You know, not every job is a two-man job.
Oh, this is a two-hand job. I ain't got no nails.
We are back on site this morning. We got Jono back. He's been on a big motorcycle trip and hasn't really seen this till just now. And his two comments were, I gotta stop looking at it. It made me dizzy. Yep. And the other one was, are those really the size of the windows?
Holy smokes.
Welcome back.
All right.
So for a couple days, we've been working our way around the low-hanging fruit of the lower part of this house with our zip wall sheathing. But today we're out of that type of work. So we've got to start picking sides and going all the way up and topping it out with the sheathing. That's gonna take a little more time, a little more up and down. That's why we've waited. Time's up, we gotta do it.
Yeah, time's up for sure. I'm actually gonna call the scaffold supplier right now and I'm gonna order some more scaffolding. Double what we got.
I thought you already ordered it.
No, I didn't. Because I wanted to call and talk to a real person and maybe get a deal or something. You know, if I order online, you know. I just ordered 10 more sets of scaffolding.
Did you get a deal?
No. They were like, Perkins who? I never heard of you.
So while these guys are working around here, I'm just picking some spots where I can reach out these window openings and tack another narrow piece. So here's how I'm doing it. I've got my piece cut. I've just got one screw tacked so that I can hold it. And I know I can reach where I've got this tacked and just get it tacked, and then I'll come around with the nail gun, shoot it off, tape it. But I can get a lot done by myself just working like this. You need some help?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a little bouncy.
If we're both pushing this, who's gonna screw it?
You are.
I'm gonna screw it there, and then and if it comes back a little, it's fine.
Okay, well hurry up.
All right, let off and see what it does.
It needs to come back.
Oh, it didn't come back. Okay. My fault. That's it. So let's stop right here because this is actually going to get extended up to the bottom of the roof a little further.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to tie that in with the next sheet. I'm getting this crazy idea of why old houses had 7-foot ceilings, a lot of them. I bet it was a lot easier to build and it cost a lot less money. And it was faster. And I bet it made you feel really tall when you're standing in there. We're cracking into our last bundle here. We started with 3, so hopefully we're 2/3 of the way done with the sheathing, you know?
Well, hey, listen, I didn't calculate any of that material. I just kind of guessed.
I mean, why would you calculate anything?
I don't know.
Hey, we got a whole nother stack over there.
What? Yeah. We do. Never mind. We're not 2/3 done.
While the guys are continuing to work on the sheathing, I've been thinking ahead about this garage slab. There's been so much effort and thought put into this and work already, but we're still not even ready to pour the slab. We have to put in a metal pan that's going to support the concrete while it's wet, and some of the edges have to be formed. 3 sides will be exterior walls, 1 side will be an interior wall sitting on top of the slab, and whatever we form that edge with is going to be permanent. It just so happens I have some really large, heavy-duty angle iron that'll work perfectly to form this edge that's going to be permanent. So this will get welded into place. It'll serve the purpose of containing the concrete while it's wet, and then it'll stay there forever. All right, let's see what we got. It's under 21. It's about 20 feet, so not long enough. Not in one piece, it's not. Well, there's one 8-foot piece, and we're gonna make 3 of these. They're so heavy, like we can barely pick up the one 8-foot piece, and I've got to haul them in a short trailer today. So turns out the Sawzall is actually I think the fastest, easiest way for us to cut these right here with a very thin metal blade that's made for cutting thick metal. All right, my old Sawzall is literally melting batteries. So we're gonna switch to the Portaband, which I think that's what this is actually made for. You're gonna see I have a pretty cool contraption here I made to turn this into a stationary bandsaw. And it just comes off with a couple of clamps right here. It's pretty useful actually though. There we go. There they are.
That trailer's maxed out.
Yeah, she's full. I started driving down my driveway and I heard something clanging around. I accidentally left my trailer door open again, like this. And the reason I heard it is because it smacks my neighbor's mailbox. Oh wait, that's my mailbox. Hey, did you find the pins? There we go. Yep, give it the boot. Now we're good. We're working around to this face of the house, and I think we're gonna do something a little different, Jay.
Yeah.
Let's run across the headers and connect to the kings, like a lap across, to help tie those headers in.
Okay.
They don't have jacks under them. We're gonna do some kind of a bracket or a hanger, but the sheathing can also help kind of do that too. We've got that little guy done. Now we're gonna run a big guy from that king to that king all the way across. Same thing, tie it all together. It's looking good. I like the way you lap that header piece across the stud. Yep, I like that. That's good. That's good tying it together.
I got to get out of here to go to a kids sporting event.
Yeah. Okay.
It means you got to stay. I already know what you're thinking. You're not leaving. But first I'm going to take a tubboat towel bath because I didn't bring spare clothes.
Oh, wow.
You ever done that?
Not full body.
Let's go, Case. Let's go, Nolan. Turn it on. Get this guy.
So I guess Jamie drove all the way home with these and then drove back again?
Yeah.
I thought he went to get them yesterday.
No,
What the heck? Go ahead. How'd you get that shirt so ironed out?
You like that, huh? It's a little steam thing I got at home.
Did you have that in your glove box?
It was on the dash of my truck, I think.
Wow. I've never seen a shirt that... Let me see this
Look
side.
at the bag. Wow.
John said I look like a rodeo clown.
We're gonna start working on these porches, so we need to start getting the footings done. There's two massive porches that stick off there, and then another one that wraps around that whole side. So we're gonna start laying out, digging, steel, forming, a bunch of stuff, and get it going. Machine's kind of buried here. You wanna see if we got the keys?
It literally is partially buried. That's something.
It's got a dead battery.
Is this the same as a car battery?
Probably. Looks like a 12 volt to me. Make sure you hook black to red and red to black.
All right, perfect. Yeah, cross-contamination, right?
So I've never tried this, but we're hooking together two sets of jumper cables because we can't get a truck any closer than where it's sitting. So hopefully it works. Nothing.
Click, click. I think we just need to let it sit for about 5 minutes and charge. So just let it run.
I guess I just turned on.
Are you joking me?
No.
What? Porch number 1 is 9/8 plus 12, so 10/8 to the very front corner, and then over here, 14.
Okay,
If I'm reading this right, 14 out. Same
right.
width as the structure on both of them. Mm-hmm. I guess we could dig all these too for this little side deck. That's all out on the flat already.
Yep, gotta do that. We've got 2 tapes rolled out and locked. Now we're just gonna pull a string line right across 10'8" right there and put a pin like 5 or 6 foot out of each side to hold that string line so that we get this reference line squared up to the building and don't dig up our pins as soon as we start digging the footings. Okay. We're using a jig that someone sent us in the mail, the Real Fast tool. I'm only guessing by this drill chuck that somehow you chuck this in a drill and reel your line up. He said it is actually kind of fun to reel it in. Now we have our string that's parallel to the house, the correct distance away from the house for the front edge of the deck. We need to use some diagonal measurements to locate the 2 corners. We're gonna use a little trick that Arlo showed us. So Jamie has picked a random number, 16 feet, and pulled it off of both corners of the house to the string line. And now we have 2 dots that are like 2 inches apart. And the center of this, in reference to the house, is right between those. So he's gonna actually measure that. Okay, there we go. I got 7/8 on either side of the 5. So that's the dead center. And now we'll measure 12 feet
that way and 12 feet that way from the center, because this is 24 feet wide and we want to match it.
Hey, in case somebody's trying this trick, it doesn't matter if your measurements go long of each other, past, or if they're short of each other
The diagonals.
on each side. Yes,
Right.
That doesn't matter. It's wherever they are in the center of them.
Now, if we did this correctly, we have marks on our string line straight out from the house and completely squared up with the house. Today's video is brought to you by Vever Tools, where you can get tough tools for half the price. And it's almost fall here in Western North Carolina. That's why I strategically chose this backdrop of fall leaves behind me. So today we're checking out their 52cc 2-stroke backpack leaf blower. You wanna blow some leaves?
Do I? Yeah, give me that thing.
This blower delivers 480 CFM, which is cubic feet of air per minute, at 175 miles an hour, which means you can blow wet leaves or gravel. It also has a cruise control lever, which allows you to set the throttle at whatever you want, and it'll just maintain that throttle so you don't have to use your finger. And it has enough fuel storage to run for 50 to 60 minutes straight. It also came with ear protection, a funnel for filling the gas, and this 2-quart mixing tank for mixing the gas and oil, and a little toolkit with tools you need to service the thing. This backpack leaf blower is gonna be awesome this fall. I have all these oak trees around my house, so I have to blow my driveway almost every day if I wanna keep it clear. So I'm gonna be blowing a lot, and with 6,500 RPM, I should be able to get it done quickly.
Yo, you owe me 50 bucks.
What? You kidding?
Yeah, I just blow the leaves off in your yard, so.
Really?
Yeah, you owe me $50.
I got about 30 cents for you.
This leaf blower is only $165.99, which is a great price. If you use the code VVPRO, you can get another 5% off. That's in our video description if you want to click the link as well. 165 bucks.
That's nice. It's lightweight, powerful. It's nice.
Yeah, you can't even buy dinner for your family for 165 bucks.
Seriously, you can't.
Thank you again to Vever for sponsoring our video. Make sure to check that link out in our video description to get the blower, and check out their activity of the month. That's in the description as well. Let's get back to work. We do have a framing detail on the plan of these columns, and you can see it's not a post centered up here. It's literally 4 little 2x4 walls that make a rectangle on top of the footing, and they are anchored down to the top of this pier on top of the footing, and that's what we're gonna do. Never have done it that way, but today's the day. Right? Wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to let you
Pretty
know.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, just to let you know that it does not go over here. That it actually goes over there.
Okay.
I was just trying to show where it shouldn't go.
Okay.
I heard the machine start, so that's good.
You got a smaller bucket there, bud?
I don't know.
That's Mondo bucket.
I can tell you that it may not have looked really extreme when I was driving the machine off of that hill there, but it sure felt a little crazy when I was in the cabin. I was like, whoa, and it, you know, when it tips, it's like, wow, it's like you're on a roller coaster.
Normally I'd offset this footing by 1 foot all the way around the post, so you'd have a 2x2 footing. But in the case of these, we're carrying a huge roof load and porch load, so I'm gonna go 2 feet. So we're gonna have like a 4 foot by 4 foot footing supporting this one column, and I think that's gonna be more than adequate.
Oh, yeah.
You like that?
That's nice.
There you go. Monster footing for a monster deck.
I can put somebody in here.
Dude, that's like a king-size bed right there.
Holy, oh! Wow.
Dude, it was burning my skin. You pulled it so hard. I had to let it go, dude. Ow.
Is your junk okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It just got a little whip.
Got whipped. We're just catching up here with this caution label. We just read it. Caution, use slow speed on drill and reeling. Keep hands and body clear of spinning reel. Use gloves. Pretty much everything we didn't do.
I mean, I think it is every man's instinct to just chuck it in a drill and see how fast can we make it go. Let's try maximum speed here. Watch out, Jason. Whoa.
Dude, that is real fast.
Whoa!
Yeah, so disclaimer, don't do what we did if you use this reel. Just take it nice and slow. All right, tic-tac-toe boys, game's over.
What? No, come on, we almost got it.
Is that deep enough? Let's see here. 2 feet.
That's about 2 feet.
Not every job's a two-man job, guys.
No, this one is. John will get in. Maybe it's a 3-man job.
We're all sitting here wondering, is this too big of a footing for this deck? And I guess the real answer comes down to, what would I do at my house, or what would you do?
At my own house, I would definitely do this.
It is by all means overdone, but I like it and I would do it at my place. You're never gonna, I mean, look how big this is gonna be. This is gonna be huge.
We're checking out some evolved stone samples that might go on the columns that are gonna hold this porch up, like the lower level. Ooh. And this is like a large format here of a limestone. So this is the large, this is the standard size. But for this size house, it's gotta be the large.
Yeah, the scale of this thing.
Yeah, or extra large even.
If you mix and match them.
Nah, I think just all large.
Yeah, I think
One's
it's
got a
large.
different texture.
All right, Jamie, move that truck.
Oh my goodness.
We got dig footings right there.
All right.
Did you catch
Ty Pennington?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Remember
love that old stuff.
when they'd move the bus and there'd be a brand new house behind it?
Here we go.
You wouldn't believe it, but it only took us 23 hours to build this thing, huh?
We're gonna move all the cars. Actually, we need to level this area out. Right now it's got some negative slope towards the house, so we need to scrape it flat to a certain point and then we can deal with that later. While Jamie flattens that out, we're gonna start cutting some steel here. So let's go 4 bars at 80 and then 5 bars at 54. 5 at 54. Got our grid tied together here, but we've decided to go double decker and make our rebar 2 layers thick. So we've got these bent that'll tie to our bottom layer and then hold up a second layer about 10 inches higher than that. So that'll be double strong, I hope. All right, Jono, this is a 2-man job. So if you can hold this about straight up against one of those, I'll try and tie it to it. I gotta get over it. We gotta get like in the same airspace here. That sucks. I pulled it pretty taut. If I do 3 or 4 of those, it might just kind of stand up, you know? So we're gonna do like 6 of those and then 1 in the middle. I think we'll, yeah. And then we can tie our next grid to that. Here we go, we got our verticals in. 1, 2, 3 down the line each side. So we're gonna try and tie these horizontals across the top of those now and see if it actually works. Got our double decker steel finished here. We even put in some little diagonal braces from one layer to the next to keep it all rigid. I think it's great. I think it's gonna be really strong.
Did y'all put a 90 in the middle?
Yeah, we got 2.
2 90s in the middle?
Yep.
Okay. What else you got going over there?
What in the world is this?
We got diagonal braces in there too.
What? I said to Jones, I go, man, I think theirs looks better than ours. He goes, because that's what Jono's over there. He's a little anal about everything.
up my tool belt with dirt.
Well, it was you. Well, maybe it was me.
No.
Depends on where it was.
No, it was me. I actually pushed a bunch of dirt on this tool belt and I thought, man, I'm filling somebody's tool belt up with dirt. But it was mine.
PerkinsBuilderBelt.com. You can buy one of those and fill it with dirt if you like. Works great.
It's the most work that tool belt's seen in the month.
We got another string line run here at 14 foot out for this porch that's gonna come off the dining room area. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat all of the steps we just did with these other 2 footings and get this side caught up before we do our form work for the columns to sit on. Probably like a one-man job right there, guys. That's all the dirt you can put back here. It's gonna start running off the hill.
All right, I'll put it on this side a little bit.
We've got 2 footings out here. They're so close that I believe I'm just gonna make one giant footing. You can see if we come a foot off this way and then a foot that way, we've got basically a little over a foot of dirt left between them. And I don't think with that giant bucket, we're gonna leave a foot of dirt that's just like this island. So we're just gonna swipe the whole thing.
You ready to work or what? Look at them things.
Called the Intimidators.
What?
I got 4 or 5 holes here. I'm gonna see if I can get situated where I don't mess up all the lines we just drew on the ground by driving around on them first. Throttle, seat belt. Trying not to mess him up. Did I mess him up? All right, I'm gonna see if I can reach. Probably need to get a little further that way. Probably need to get a little further. All right, I'm gonna use my boom swing here to get me lined up. Double check that. It's pretty parallel. Let's go. Ooh. Dirt out there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try not to make this hole too much oversized, but it's probably gonna be a little oversized no matter what I do with this bucket. Looking good, looking square. There we go, we've got 4 giant footings dug. They're all fairly square and level on the bottom and clean. With the help of Jason and Ray, of course. They were my eyes in the hole there. I could not see anything I was doing. And it's not very easy to dig a nice square hole with a giant round bucket if you've ever tried without some help. So appreciate it, guys.
Ray said it looked like you couldn't see what you were doing.